Good morning, children. Welcome to my class. Look at these flowers, children. How beautiful are these, isn't it? Do you know the name of this flower? Yeah, it's nothing but the Champa flower. The Champa flower. Now, looking at this flower, I would like to share a small memory from my childhood days. Yeah, when I was young, just like you people, I used to go to my granny's home. Just in front of the gate, the huge iron gate, there was this champa tree. So large, so huge, so beautiful was the tree. It used to give a lot of champa flowers, the white and the yellow petaled one. On the floor, on the ground, spread were these flowers. But I never liked to pick them one. I always aimed high to go reach the top one, because I always felt that in the top there's something beautiful. There were many honeybees, there were many insects coming around to just taste the nectar. I always thought this flower had the sweetest nectar in it. But I never had the guts to climb up, so I used to stay down, but just sit at the veranda, just staring at the beauty of this flower. But there were two squirrels, okay? They were the naughtiest one. They used to climb up the tree, just go to the flower, pick them up, drop them down. Pick them up, drop them out. Because they never had a food here. But they were so naughty. They used to fight to go pick them up and drop them out. Okay, I always feel what pleasure they had. But yes, this champa tree gave them the pleasure of togetherness. Okay, that's how this beauty is. The champa tree is a beauty of always giving it to others, you know. So today in my class, I'm going to take you through a beautiful poem. I'm going to take you through a beautiful poem. Lesson 3 in a textbook is the champa flower. Is the champa flower. Let's see what's going to happen in the poem. Now, in this poem, I'm going to take you through a variety of things where the poet himself had written. Now, he is going to imagine himself to be a champa flower. Would you all love to do so? You all love to imagine yourself to be somebody? I would have definitely done that, isn't it? In my young days, I always thought that why can't I be a bird so that I can soar so high in the sky and I feel the freshness of the cool breeze always. Right? Just like that, in this poem, I'm going to take to you all to a beautiful poem where the poet imagines himself to be a champa flower. Now let's read here. Supposing I became a champa flower, supposing I became a champa flower just for fun, and grew on a branch high up the tree, and grew on a branch high up the tree, and shook in the wind with laughter, and shook in the wind with laughter, and danced upon the newly budded leaves, and danced upon the newly budded leaves. Would you know me, mother? Would you know me, mother? So, here in the poem, the poet is talking about himself. He wanted to be the champa flower where on the high branch up the tree. He thinks he just want to imagine himself just for fun. What's wrong in imagining, children? I would like to imagine myself as Mickey Mouse or Doraemon. It's all my fun, it's all my imagination, isn't it? I can imagine whatever I can feel like to be. How many of you love to have this as your imagination? What if you all love to be one of these? You all love to be one of these? There's nothing wrong in imagination, children. When you imagine, you know you can do wonders. You can bring out the world alive over there. It's your imagination. You can be however you feel to be. You can do whatever you can't do in reality. That's how imaginary world is, isn't it? So here the poet, he thinks himself to be a champa flower. He just thinks that what if he becomes a champa flower? Just for fun though, and grew on a branch high up the tree. So you must all know the champa flower tree will be so high. It is not a short tree. It's a high, tall tree. Okay. But here the poet imagines himself to be on the top branch, not at any lower level, but he wants to be on the top branch. Okay. And shook in the wind with laughter. See, children, how many of you have ever felt this? Now, just imagine. Now, everybody, close your eyes for a second. Now, you people are going in a car. Okay, you people are going in a car. Okay, in the highway. Okay, both the sides there are full of fields, green fields, and you feel the cool breeze hitting your face. Just imagine how good it will be. You ask your father to stop the car. You just walk for a few minutes just to feel the cool breeze hitting on you. How cool it will be, isn't it, children? Just like that, this poet, he feels that he wants to be a champa flower that too high on the top branch. Okay, and when the wind shakes him, he wants to shake with a laughter, and danced upon the newly budded leaves. Okay, newly budded leaves are newly sprouted leaves which are coming from the branch. Okay, so when the wind is shaking the flower, it sways from one side to the other side, hitting the newly budded leaves. And then he asked a question to his mother. Would you know me, mother? When I become a champa flower, will you be able to recognize me? No, it is not possible. No, it is not possible, isn't it? How can a mother identify you? You tell me now. Now, for example, there's Priya, there's Ramu, there's Shriyan, there is a lot of children in the class. What if everybody look alike? What if everybody look alike? Will the parents be able to recognize us? Is it possible? No, right? Just like that, our poet here is making a funny statement here that he wants to become a champa flower because all the flowers in the tree are going to look alike, isn't it? How many of you have noticed it? In a red rose plant, do you find an yellow rose sprouting out? No, right? It isn't possible, right? So, just like that, all the flowers look alike. This naughty poet, he's asking a question to his mother. What if he becomes a champa flower and he is one among those flowers in the top branch? Would you know me, mother? Will the mother be able to recognize him? That is what the poet is asking. That is what the poet is asking. Now let's move on to the next stanza. Look, children, this is how the champa tree looks like. Okay. You would call, baby, where are you? Now the continuation, he's asking a question to his mother, right? Would you know me, mother? And if the mother couldn't find you around, how will the mother call? Baby, where are you? And I should laugh to myself and keep quiet, quiet. Okay, now sitting on the tree, I will be laughing myself, okay, and I'll be so quiet. Okay, quiet enough to not make sure that I am the one you're looking for. You understand? Here the poet has used two different quiet. And what is that? Homophones. Okay, quiet and quiet. What do you mean by? And keep quiet. Q-U-I-T-E. So what do you mean by Q-U-I-T-E? And what do you mean by Q-U-I-E-T? Now, this is going to be your assignment today. You will find me the difference between Q-U-I-T-E and Q-U-I-E-T. Knock, knock, children, pay attention. Today's assignment for you is going to be find the difference between Q-U-I-T-E quiet and Q-U-I-E-T quiet. Got it, children? Yeah. Now moving on, I should slyly open my petals and watch you at your work. I would slyly, that is, with a shy and slow motion, I would open my petals and watch you at your work. How do your mother do? What do your mother do throughout the day, children? They keep working. They do the dishes. They make yummy food for you. They do the laundry. They do a lot of things around the home, right? Have you ever had a moment for your mother just imagining, just staring at your mother, just enjoying the work she does? Have you ever done so? No, right? But here the poet has seen the mother doing a lot of work. So now, being a flower, not disturbing the mother anymore, he just want to stay there at the top branch and look at the mother working around. Got it? I repeat again. You would call, baby, where are you? And I should laugh to myself and keep quiet, quiet. Remember the assignment, children? Then I should slyly open my petals and watch you at your work. And watch you at your work. When after your bath, when after your bath, with wet hair spread on your shoulders, with wet hair spread on your shoulders, you walk through the shadow of the champa tree. You walk through the shadow of the champa tree to the little court where you say your prayers, to the little court where you say your prayers, you would notice the scent of the flower. You would notice the scent of the flower, but not know that it came from me, and not know that it came from me. Now, here the poet describes what work the mother does. What work the mother does. What work the poet loves to see the mother doing. Okay, so it says, when after your bath, when after your bath, with wet hair spread on your shoulders, with wet hair spread on your shoulders, just like my hair on my shoulders. Okay, after the mother takes the bath, the wet hair is full on her shoulders. You walk through the shadow of the champa tree. You just come to the yard and you walk towards it where the shadow of the champa tree lays. To the little court is a little place where you say your prayers, where you say your prayers. You would notice the scent of the flower. You would notice the fragrance of the flower, but not know that it came from me. But not know that it came from me. So I'll repeat the poem once again for you all children. Supposing I became a champa flower just for fun and grew on the branch high up the tree and shook in the wind with laughter and danced upon the newly budded leaves. Would you know me, mother? Would you know me, mother? You would call, Baby, where are you? And I should laugh to myself and keep quiet, quiet. I should slyly open my petals and watch you at your work and watch you at your work. When after your bath with wet hair spread on your shoulders, you walk through the shadow of the champa tree to the little court where you say your prayers. You would notice the scent of the flower, but not know that it came from me. But not know that it came from me. So that is all I have today. I will be continuing the poem in the next class. Okay, children? Now, what is your work is to read the poem from the beginning and don't forget to do the assignment mentioned in the video. I'll come to know that you people have watched the video carefully, attentively, or not by doing that assignment. Will you all do it? Okay. Okay, children. Bye bye. See you in the next class.